Yes, indeed. We back on another episode of Chill Well Talks. This one is called I Got a Story to Tell. I just started this joint, man, so I'm gonna talk about it real quick because I always hear people talk about the first time they heard Nas, or, first time they heard Biggie. I'm from New York, I'm from the Bronx, so I'm gonna tell my story. This is why I know I'm a huge fan of both, and this is very authentic. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna talk about it real quick. The first time I ever heard Nas, it was on Live at the Barbecue, but this is the way I heard it. I was a fan of Main Source back in the days. You know, Video Music Box used to always play the song Looking at the Front Door. You know what I'm saying? That was like my favorite song at the time. This is back when bootlegs was out. Shout out to Ralph McDaniels, the Vid Kid, all that. This is when bootleg tapes was out back in the days. You could buy it for $5 and all that. You know what I'm saying? And I remember my homeboy, he had a bootleg copy of Main Source Breaking Adams album. And back in the days when you bought bootlegs, sometimes once the A side of the tape would say the names, but it'd be really the B side of the tape. So the wrong songs would be on the wrong side of the tape. So like the A side would be the B side would be the A side, but the names would be like switched around on both sides of the tape. We talking back in the day, if anybody remember cassette tapes. So my homeboy had one, he lent it to me, and I'm looking at the front door, the song, but I think the song was on the wrong side of the tape. So when I'm looking at the front door, I end up running into Live at the Barbecues. I think it was on the flip side of the tape. So I didn't know nothing about Nas at the time. I didn't know anything. And, I heard Live at the Barbecue, and Nas was the first MC on the song. And I was like, yo, who is this kid? Because he was just saying some real live shit. Like this kid, he was saying, a whole bunch of crazy shit, And, that's what made me be a Nas fan. Then after that, I didn't hear Nas for a while until I heard It Was Hard to Tell, because I didn't really hear Halftime. Even though people say it was out at that time, I didn't hear Halftime. I don't know where I was at, but I missed that. So next time I heard him was Ain't Hard to Tell. You know what I'm saying? But I've been a Nas fan ever since. But that's the first time I heard Nas, and that's the way I heard Nas. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I heard Biggie, a.k.a. the Notorious B.I.G., there was a dude in my hood, DJ Storm. Matter of fact, DJ Storm, he lived in my hood. I think we went to the same high school back in the days. I used to sell newspapers as a kid, you know what I'm saying? And I used to always knock on people's door to sell newspapers and stuff like that. And I knocked on his door one day. I didn't even know he had lived there. I knocked on his door and I heard music coming from his crib. You know what I'm saying? He was DJing back then, but he wasn't like famous yet. DJ Storm from the Bronx. And he was playing some music. I didn't know he DJ'd, and we was talking. I'm like, he let me hold one of his mixtapes that he had did, like I guess it was a homemade mixtape, because he was kind of local then. He's big time now. But he let me hold one of his mixtapes, and on the mixtape it was Biggie's Party and Bullshit. But the way I heard it, he had blended it with a different beat. So I had never heard the original Party and Bullshit. I heard the blend that he did on his mixtape. So I thought the beat that was on the mixtape was the original beat. I didn't know it was on the soundtrack for Who's the Man. So that's the first time I heard Biggie, when he was going by the name Biggie Smalls before he changed it to Notorious B.I.G. I had heard that version. So by the time I got the Who's the Man soundtrack, I heard the original version. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute, this is the original beat? Like, I thought the beat that was on the mixtape, because he had blended it, you know what I'm saying, with a different beat, a cappella style. So, I had fell in love with the blend version because I heard that version first before the actual Easy Mo B beat, you know what I'm saying? So that's the first time I heard Biggie Smalls, and he was all over the mixtapes and all that, Bad Boy, and then he changed it to Notorious B.I.G. later because of the conflict with the, I think the reggae artist had the same name, Biggie Smalls. You know what I'm saying? But that's the first time I heard Biggie Smalls was on a mixtape, Party and Bullshit. It was a blend mix, you know what I'm saying? And so that's the first time I heard two of my favorite artists, you know what I'm saying? It's another episode of Got a Story to Tell. I'm out.